Good evening. My name is Elodie and Ewa. The timing of this video was a bit mad. I was asleep. It's the middle of the night. And I was called to make this video. So I'd say if I don't do it, I won't go back to sleep. So here we go. I'm in Peru, getting ready to go into a dieta. And I feel called, or I am called, to talk a bit about that path. Well, if you're here, maybe you're on the same kind of path as mine, and maybe that's why I'm supposed to share some of what I've experienced or how I came to be on that shamanic path. So nothing is prepared. Bear with me. I hope you can hear me, but I'm in a hotel, so I don't want to wake up everyone. Okay. So I woke up and it felt like the plant medicine was already working me. I'll talk about the dieta a bit later on. It is actually my first dieta, so it's not like I can tell you much about it yet. But it's asking me to share about that shamanic path. It started with me a good many years ago, and I actually didn't know what shamanic meant. I just started going to the forest at any time, during the day, during the night, plenty at night. And I would go to the forest and I would walk. Sometimes I would run. Nothing was ever prepared. It felt like the forest was calling me, like I had to go. So if it was middle of the night, I would get up and get dressed, even if it was raining, windy, cold, whatever. I would get dressed and I would go as if like I was really called to go. And then I don't know what would happen. It's not like I went to the forest for something to happen. I was just answering the call. And then I would walk or run. And if I ran, what I saw after a while is that most of the time it would make my heart beat faster. And I could feel it like a drum inside. And then I would feel called to sit somewhere, precisely by a tree or by a bush or on the grass, or lay down or climb a tree. And then I would journey. It would be a brief journey, but as I would lay down or sit down, then something would happen. I would be connected to something different, to a different reality. At that time, I had no idea what all that meant. And I didn't think of it either. I just was experiencing, and I wasn't thinking. A bit like an innocent child that's playing. It's playing. And that's how I learned the energies, different energies of different trees, how they all have their own energy. And I learned it because some trees would call me on different days and some would not at all. Or sometimes I would enter a part of the forest and I wouldn't feel good. I would feel contracted instead of expansion. So all these feelings, I had no clue not how it worked, but kind of. It was only a matter of expansion, like feeling that way, or feeling contraction. And then I would be called, or I would be brought even to the beds of animals without realizing until I was there. I would be walking, and then I would be kind of, I don't know how to say ask, because I wasn't hearing someone saying, go and lay down there. But it's like my body was going there. And I would lay down, and after a little bit I would realize that it was a deer bed or a boar, wild boar bed. And I would be just lying there and sometimes turning and feeling their essence, feeling their energy. It even happened a few times that I felt one of them. I felt one night I felt like a deer, as if I was lying there like her. I had a sandwich one day, a deer sandwich. I was running in the forest, and suddenly it got me to stop and to go lay down in among what I call bluebells. And so I was sweating, my heart was pumping, and it was asking me to stay there. And I did, most of the time I don't know why. And it's afterwards that I realize what it is for, or what it was for. It's usually a lesson. And I was lying down there, and suddenly the ground was moving, was shaking. And it was coming closer and closer. And 2 deers sandwiched me. One passed right at my feet, like that much from my feet. And the other one passed right at the same space at my head. And as they sandwiched me, I got to feel their energy, their fear. It's as if there was a bubble in between the two of them, and they immersed me. I was immersed in their bubble as they passed me. And in that bubble, I felt their inside. I felt their essence. I felt their fear. I felt their smell, the blood pumping. I could smell, I could feel, it's as if I was in them. And that's how, well, that was a big story, but then I wondered why were they afraid, and what was behind them, and what could they be afraid of. So I mentally really quick wondered what predators could be, and actually the only predators in France that could be after them would probably be a hunter or a dog, and the hunting season was closed, so it actually happened to be a dog and 2 women that came passing way later on, walking. But this is the kind of experience that I experienced, and how the forest, nature trained me, taught me about the different energies, how to feel them, how to expand, how to feel more. I experienced, let me get a tissue, sorry. I experienced all that by myself, meaning that I had no one to tell me, sorry, I have a tissue and I don't know where they are. Okay, well, I have no tissue. Bear with me. 2 seconds. Okay. Sorry. So yeah, I had no teachers. I didn't read at that time about any of that. So I learned by myself. I did feel weird out of the box because I didn't know anyone experiencing that or living that kind of stuff of going in the middle of the night to the forest or anytime, whatever the weather. And I didn't have anyone in my surrounding talking about the energies or talking about the invisible or talking about that other world, talking about conscience, higher conscience talking to me, through me, visions. I didn't have the knowledge. I was ignorant. I'm still ignorant, still learning, but I was really ignorant. And so it taught me from scratch. So it is a difficult path in the sense that that you're on your own. You don't have to be. Maybe others don't experience it that way, but maybe you are on your own. And that's probably why I'm making this video. Keep going. Keep going day after day. You're not crazy. You're not mad. There is a way to communicate. There are many ways, but it does exist. That other world, the invisible, spirit, energies, higher conscience, and it's full of teachings, support. It's absolutely beautiful and at the same time not an easy path. But we are not alone. I learned later on that we are not alone. There's plenty of videos that you can listen to, books. And for me, what's most important is that I can go to nature and sit by a tree and ask to be taught, shown, and all I have to do is listen. Breathe calmly, sit down there, and just be until I'm not me anymore, in a way, until I lose myself or my personality and I just enter a different state of consciousness. And that happens naturally. There's nothing to do. It's kind of like when you're bored. You're bored and you start daydreaming. That's the way it goes. It's as simple as that. Then I learned many different ways. I was taught by water. When I say I was taught, maybe I need to explain that a bit. Sometimes it does, or they, I don't know how to call they, spirits, energies, wisdom talks through me with my own voice inside of me. And sometimes I see things, and sometimes I know things. And you don't know how you know, you just know. And this, I don't know if it was always there. I'm not sure. It feels like it expands as it goes. The more you listen, the more you make silence inside. And water has been a huge teacher, a huge support. Taking baths, putting my feet into the river, drinking water, all of that. If you put your conscience into connecting, it's like a being. It's really a being. I talk to her. I say her because in French we have the she. It's a her. So I talk to her like I would talk to you. and share where I'm at. I sing to her, I pray to her. I pray to her for other people as well, for healing, for humanity, for water itself, for herself, that she remains or becomes clear, pure, beautiful. And I often ask her, if I'm taking a bath, for example, I often ask her to infuse me as well of the same prayer, to infuse the water of my body of the same prayer, of clarity and fluidity. Then I discovered the fire, the medicine of fire. And it's the same, a conscience as well. And you can pray to a candle. When I say pray is, to me, pray is talking, expressing my heart. So you can pray to the fire and ask for healing for yourself or others, as long as it's aligned for them to receive it. With respect, always so much respect. So the medicines are numerous. I can pray to the wind the same way, to the storm, and to the sun, of course. The sun is like my lover, my everything. It gives me energy. Prayers with the sun are absolutely gorgeous as well. Healings, sending healings with the wind or with the water or with the sun. So I don't know what you're experiencing in life. Just know that you're not the only one. Number one, there's at least me, but I know there's plenty more. And to trust yourself, because all this medicine, whether it's plant medicine, the water, the fire, animals, any medicine that will touch you, will work with you, with who you are, with precisely who you are. So it's going to be different than it works me. And you're the only one able to feel it with your full history, with what you experienced in life since you were born or more. So the medicine, God, through this medicine, knows you more than you do know yourself. So it's going to talk to you in a way that you will understand. Let's say that you're a painter or you like drawing. It might then talk to you through your own creativity. If you're a baker or if you like to cook, it might express itself or start expressing itself through the colors of the fruit, through the smells, through all that. You might start connecting, or maybe you already are. So it's mostly a journey of finding what is your own medicine. And feel when you feel happy, when it's feeding you, when you feel fed by something you're experiencing. And this is where your magic is. This is where your medicine is. So it's not going to be like anyone else. It's going to be your own. I think that's about it for now. I might go back to bed. I wish you to be patient with yourself. That journey is also a journey of self-discovery. So discovering also your shadows, which doesn't feel nice. It doesn't feel great, but it is magical. To be able to see our limitations, our beliefs that have trapped us, and not allowing us to expand. So when you discover your limitations, it doesn't feel great. And at the same time, it's such a relief. Transforming, alchemizing, it's beautiful. So love yourself, love your way, your path. It is a beautiful path. It's a beautiful life, full of difficulties and challenges. And at the same time, it's your own. It's your creation. So make it a lovely one. Trust yourself. Trust your instinct. Trust your inner voice. That little voice that talks to you. Your guts. Your heart. If you feel your heart like an expansion, it's a yes. And if it tightens somewhere in your body, it's a no. That's how you navigate it. Okay, so good luck to you on your journey, and good night. Bye-bye.